Glad to know you're still with us. Now to the conversation segment. The ongoing war in Ukraine, the second largest country in Europe after Russia, has put Ukrainians and foreigners living in the country, including Nigerians, in a state of fear, panic and confusion. The bulk of Nigerians living in Ukraine are students. According to Ukraine's Ministry of Education and Science, Morocco, Nigeria and Egypt are the top 3 on the list of countries whose students are studying in Ukraine, with 8,000, 4,000 and 3,500 students respectively. The 3 countries made up nearly 20% of all foreign students in Ukraine as at 2020. In the midst of this ongoing crisis, the federal government has evacuated hundreds of them. What is the hope of these Nigerians who have just returned from Ukraine? Our guest today is Dapo Adaramewa. He's a public affairs analyst, and he'll be helping us make sense of this conversation. Good to have you on board.
It's good to be here.
Good morning.
Definitely.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so we see what's happening in Ukraine, a very sad one, we must say. But now let's start with, why is Ukraine a destination choice for Nigerian students?
I think it's because it offers a higher standard of education at an affordable rate compared to studying, say, in England or any of the well-known countries. So Nigerians are really, it's everybody's aspiration to not only send your child to a private school, but to have them study abroad. And so we just had to expand on what abroad is, because you look at the exchange rate today, a lot of people can't afford to pay £12,000. So they find it easier to go to these Eastern European countries where they still get a higher standard, not as high a standard as, obviously in the UK or the US, but at least a higher standard than what we have in Nigeria.
All right, looking at Ukraine, I want to believe that in 2010, something Ukraine did, what they did was to ensure that language was not a barrier. And not only that, they also made sure that education was affordable. They intentionally put policies in place to accommodate other nationals. Why isn't Nigeria toeing that same route? Why can't we do something like that also?
I think we have some serious problems to worry about on our own. Our education system cannot satisfy the demand for our local students, so we're not in a position to start, welcoming foreigners or trying to make it. We need to make it hospitable for Nigerians themselves first, because the population we have is more than enough. Of about 1.5 million Nigerians who apply to university, only about 500 are taken in. So that's heartbreaking. That means every year another million Nigerians are just left there, stuck in limbo. Waiting for the next stages in life, because they can't do the NYC, they can't do a few other things as well. So it's painful, unfortunately.
Okay, let's bring this home. The Nigerian students who were evacuated back to Nigeria, for some of them, they're probably in their finals, or they just started. Regardless of where they are, their various educational pursuits, they're stuck. But before you answer my question, let's just go on a very short break. When we return, then I'll throw my question to you and you give me your answer. Okay, we'll go on a very short break. We'll be right back. The conversation definitely continues. Please do stay tuned.